Well, today is Thursday, May 1st, 2025, and it's kind of a rainy day here in Harper Woods, and I think it's supposed to be like this till about mid-afternoon or so. The devotion, I'll be reading today again from the United Church of Christ Daily Devotional using Christian scripture, Christian writing as a step-off point to discuss how we live in this world today, not nearly necessarily presenting it specifically as a Christian, but understanding and interpreting it as to what it might mean for us in this time and day, and different ways of understanding the texts, interpreting the texts, and applying them to life or not. The devotion for today is entitled Me/Also Me, written by Vince Amlin. And Vince bases the devotion upon Jeremiah chapter 29, verses 4 through 5 and 6b through 7. Thus says the God of Israel to all the exiles whom I have sent into exile from Jerusalem to Babylon: build houses and live in them, plant gardens and eat what they produce, multiply there and do not decrease. But seek the welfare of the city where I have sent you to exile, and pray to the Lord on its behalf, for in its welfare you will find your welfare. And Vince writes, there's an old meme, Me/Also Me, like ancient, maybe 10 years. It goes something like this. Me, I'm going to get to bed early tonight. Also me, immediately clicks next episode. Or me, who am I to judge? Also me. It's an efficient vehicle for pointing to our inconsistencies, the ways we contradict ourselves, the multitudes we contain. I'm the me who longs to walk the entire Appalachian Trail, and also the me who complains about getting to the train stop 3/4 of a mile from my house. Likewise, Jeremiah's prophecy offers the people God and also God. God, that's it. I've had it. I'm exiling you to Babylon. Also God, why not plant a garden and meet someone cute while you're there? God, you're not coming back to Jerusalem for 70 years. Also God, meanwhile, I'm making plans for a hopeful and prosperous future. In the prophetic imagination, Walter Brueggemann points out the ultimate paradox of Jeremiah, that God banishes the people and then joins them in their banishment. Divine judgment sends Israel to Babylon, but divine love sends God to welcome them when they get there. An ancient meme that shows up in every book of the Bible, that our God is wildly inconsistent, contradictory, paradoxical. Thank God. And Vince's prayer: merciful Judge, you contain multitudes. A couple thoughts I had when reviewing this text and this devotion are that, well, first, I really believe that the scriptural texts are human products of people trying to make sense of the divine. And so, of course, when things wildly happen one way or the other, there's a human tendency to blame God or put what has happened upon God. God wanted this, God had planned this, and something good or bad is going to come out of this, and we've either been judged or not judged by God. I really do think it's humans struggling to make sense of what's happened to them and in their relationship to the divine. And so I think that really brings up the wildly inconsistent, contradictory, paradoxical notion of the Christian and even the Jewish scriptures, is that it's really just humans trying to make sense of the chaos of life in general. And perhaps the divine is in there, perhaps God is in there, but I think if you believe in the divinity, if you believe in God, the messages that really comes out of the text is that you're never alone. No matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, good or bad, God is there with you, either suffering with you or rejoicing with you. And again, I mean, that gets really difficult to understand that and to feel that and to believe in that when something as horrific as the the Holocaust happens. And yet there are a lot of instances where the people inflicted with the worst kinds of pain in the Holocaust didn't lose faith. And there's other examples where perhaps they did. That in some cases, the stories I've read, people created a sense of the divine in them in the way they treated the other people in there with them and supported them. Anyway, lots of different things to think about in this kind of a text, and understanding the wildly inconsistent, contradictory, and paradoxical nature of life, the good and bad that happens sometimes for no apparent reason. Bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people. So those are my thoughts today. Yours might be different. Hope I've given you something to think about and look around you at what's going on in your life and in the world, and find a way to bring a sense of the divine to your life, or to, in the process, probably to those around you who are the most vulnerable and need every helping hand they can get to make it through the wild, crazy, chaotic things that are happening in their lives.